Hey guys, welcome to the Eternal Quest Tarot and welcome to another reading. Whether you're new or whether you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your presence on my channel and thank you for checking out this reading. But today's pick a pile reading, we are going to look into the question, are you on your person's mind? And are they thinking of you as much as you are thinking of them? Okay, and if Spirit allows, if the cards come up and I catch on to the future intentions, that type of an energy with your person, I'm going to be talking about that as well. So without further ado, let's get started with your pile selection. I have 3 piles as always. Pile 1, you will be this agate. I forgot the precise name for this stone. I apologize. But that is with the strength card for pile 1. For pile 2, we have the black obsidian crystal. Whoops. There it goes. With this card, the Chariot. That is for pile 2. For pile 3, we have the grape agate crystal with the Empress card. Oops, can't seem to pick it up. There we go. So pause the video if you need some more time. Timestamps will be in the description box below. Just click on it and that will take you to your reading, and I will see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, so this is for you if you resonated with this agate crystal, which I forgot the name of, but it's kind of gray in color, and with this strength card. This is your reading. Welcome. You're going to see how the energy of your card that you picked for your pile resonates with the rest of the reading in a few seconds, but let's get started with the tarot first. I'm going to start by drawing 3 cards to get a direct answer for the question, are you on their mind? Are they thinking of you as much as you are thinking of them? And then we are going to look at the other details and try to get a read on the intention if possible. So we are starting with the 5 of Earth, which is the 5 of Pentacles. Are you on your person's mind? Are they thinking of you as much as you are thinking about them at this time? Pile 1. Okay. We have the 5 of Fire, which is the 5 of 5 of Wands. Are they thinking about you as much as you are thinking about them? We have the reversed High Priestess. Okay. So at this time, pile 1, dear pile 1, I'm getting a feeling that this person is kind of blocking their own feelings, their own intuition, the higher self. Bottom of the deck, we have the Death energy. So it's possible that you are asking about a connection that has ended, okay? And this person is no longer in your life and, no longer maybe even in touch with you with that 5 of Pentacles energy. This can also be the energy of somebody abandoning you, coasting you, and making you feel like completely shut out, giving you no access to their energy. And if you're dealing with this situation in your connection and it has been especially difficult, I'm sending you a lot of love. I do empathize with that, and I'm sorry if this reading is a difficult one to hear at this time. But I feel like your person, with the Death energy being present here, I feel like they are themselves going through a lot of transformation at this time. That can be, the ending of something, but it's kind of like the beginning of a journey in transformation, okay? And that is what I think your person is dealing with right now. They have their kind of hands full and sort of like really focused on the transformation that they're being called to do at this time. But at the same time, you have the reversed High Priestess, and that to me talks about blockages with this person when it comes to listening to their own inner guidance, their own inner intuition. The Five of Wands can also represent conflict. So maybe there was conflict in this connection between the two of you, or it could be we're talking about their inner conflict, or possibly in most cases both the meanings do apply. So I do think the answer is no at this point of time, and it's kind of like this person does get, guided to think about it, to go over the details, analyze something, or something their intuition is trying to show them, or bring their attention back to certain things within this connection that will actually, like, if they were to pay attention to it, they would be benefiting from that, is what I feel. But I kind of getting the sense that this person's energy is very closed off. I'm also noticing the Seven of Fire, which is the Seven of Wands in the tarot. In this particular tarot deck, wands are just labeled fire. So Seven of Wands is again like feeling very defensive, very protective, and kind of like, this also comes up in places where there's some kind of like actual like act of blocking you, let's say, for example, which would very much tie in with that Five of Pentacles energy. So I don't think this person is ready to accept their feelings, to work through their feelings, and at this point of time they just feel the need to, like, just focus on themselves, cut off everything, and just remain in their own energy and work through this transformation. And this transformation is the type of processes that typically are a part of transformation. It cannot be escaped. It's not something that we can, even though it might be difficult personally to go through transformation, as it often is, more often than not, it's a very, very difficult process to go through. It's just something I feel like they cannot avoid, and they cannot like really get rid of, or escape. Get rid of would be slightly wrong way of putting at it, but kind of they won't be able to escape what is happening with them. So looking at this energy, I kind of feel like this person is at this time like remaining or doing everything that they can in their power, it feels like, to not think about you, or not wonder about what happened in the past. More and more I'm getting the energy of someone or a relationship that is ended. We have despondence, look at that. So that is a feeling of despair, not feeling so balanced in their own energy, and just feeling overwhelmed, like the image that you see with this card of this woman like ready to tear her hair out. So that's like extreme despair is what it's coming up for your person, and they just like, feel like very overwhelmed with everything that is going on. This process, or the relationship and the breakup, or not being in touch with you, etc., all of that has been, I feel like, with the card that you picked, the Strength card, this can talk about going through a test, testing times where our inner strength is really being tested. But at the same time, it is also a process that is going to make us much more stronger and much more capable of managing our energy. So that's the lesson that they seem to be learning. They have a lot of things to examine at this point of time, but this person is pretty blocked, I feel like, just really needing to take a break from it all. It just seems like a lot of frustration is on an all-time high. Then we also have grief. Okay, so yeah, the separation from you and not being in touch with you, it's really hurting this person. They are going through their own grief, and it doesn't matter whether it was a situation where they were at fault, or they were the one who ended the connection, maybe whatever it is. It just feels like, regardless of who did what, it seems to be, something that is really causing them a lot of grief at this time. And again, with the reverse high priestess, it's kind of like they're not even wanting to process it fully. And it could also mean, like with the high priestess energy and the grief energy, that outwardly they might be putting up a facade of being okay and of things being hunky-dory, but the reality is far from that. It's quite different. It's almost, I want to say, like this person is not doing a very great job of handling themselves at this point of time. Okay, then we have trickery. Okay, so again, this trickery, more often than not, this is the Seven of Swords energy, and it's got to do with like deception, and more often than not, the deception is to do with self. Look at that. We have also the energy of rejection here, bottom of the deck. So rejection is that Five of Pentacles energy and the Seven of Fire, where it's like you might have rejected them, or maybe they rejected you in this relationship. Either ways would be applicable, it seems like, and of course that would depend on your situation. This is a general reading, so I do not know the specifics as such. But yeah, coming back to the Seven of Swords energy, which is of deception, that more often than not, this is, you know, self-deception. In 99.9% of the cases, it's not like an active, you know, trying to trick someone or trying to deceive someone. I'm not getting that from this this pile. Even though, like, when the relationship unfolded, you might be, or you might have had to face a certain kind of deception from this person, and that's just because I feel like they're so disconnected from their own self with that reverse high priestess, our higher self. When it tries to tell us something, or when it's trying to communicate, if we block that and if we do not allow those messages to filter through, and we don't act on it, and we don't pay attention to those difficult, you know, realizations, maybe feelings, then it can make us very deceptive. So maybe they presented, like I said, a picture to the world that they were so much different than what they truly are, and that could have been a part of it. But more often than not, the Seven of Swords energy, which is the energy of deception, it really makes me think of them deceiving themselves. So let's look at more oracle cards and see what is coming through for your person. I'm going to keep these readings relatively short today, and I hope that you do not mind that. So what is the energy that is present here for your person? One. And again, I'm sorry if this has been a difficult message to hear. Look at that. We have sacred union, honor, and treasure your relationship. It's truly sacred. Now, what this makes me feel like is, for many of you, this must have been maybe like a soulmate or a twin flame kind of situation, in the sense that, you know, both of you were really attracted to each other. I mean, I love the beautiful, you know, intimate image that is representing this card. So even though that might have been true for this person, I don't think that there is a realization of honoring and treasuring the relationship, because they're just going through so much right now on their own. It's almost like, you know, when we are very unprepared and we meet the person that is supposed to like really love us and bring that energy of love into our life, because we are not at peace with ourselves and not connected to our higher self, and we are not really like in balance within ourselves, very often during those times, the two people in the connection are kind of like thrown apart, which is what I feel happened here. And things happen in a way, and things pan out in a way that you guys like fall out of each other's life, and do not, you know, communicate, at least for now. In future, we do not know. I'm going to look at, you know, what the future intention is. But looking at these cards in the near future, it doesn't look like this person is going to come through. Another intimate image, sexual union, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Yeah, this more and more is looking like a twin flame or a soulmate type of connection, which, by the way, I understand that it makes it really harder that much more harder to bear a situation in which you guys are no longer together. There is sexual energy here, so the physical bond you have, I feel like, was very intimate, very enjoyable, and meant a lot, not only for you but also for your person. And I feel like they do recognize that. But you know what, like, this is all about being open to the possibility of love and truly understanding what the energy of love is. And when that is absent in the first place within their own selves, it just becomes impossible to bring that energy to someone else. So yeah, like I was saying, in the near future, and when I say that, I'm talking about, let's say, a period of 3 months, 6 months. I don't think this person is going to be very receptive and ready. Another thing I want to say is what I love about this card. It says where, you know, you have to recognize that place in one another and honor it, where you are one eternal soul. So understanding, you know, that these types of connections, they come into our life for our spiritual growth, and it's always like that, whether you like to see that or not. But this relationship has taught you a lot of difficult lessons. It has taught them a lot of difficult lessons. And sometimes these unions that happen with our soulmate, no matter how brief, they can be very spiritually awakening, I feel like. And maybe it is through your physical bond, through the physical attraction that you guys shared with each other. But I feel like what Spirit is trying to say to you is to understand that, really understand that, and really honor that place in your life that this person had at the time, which was necessary for your, like I said, hastening the process of your evolution. Then we have another beautiful, intimate image, and it says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Such a profound message, Pile 1, seriously, because this is the energy of love. This is what it is to love someone. It doesn't mean like, you know, this person should be in my life, or they should label the relationship in a certain way and whatnot. And I know it is much more challenging to do that, but that's what the challenge is, I think, of this connection, that you let them go, but also with an understanding that to love someone doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you have to meet a certain goal with this person. Also, I want to say, like, just because a relationship or a connection, it can be identified as a soulmate and a twin flame type of connection, it doesn't mean that they have the right to, you know, not be at their best and still be a part of your life and continue giving you a lot of pain, a lot of grief. That's not how soulmate relationships are meant to be, or, you know, the romanticized version of that from a very naive place, I think, is oftentimes seen as a soulmate should be someone that you spend the rest of your life with. But I feel like in this case, at least for now, the message that you are meant to hear is that, you know, you would do better if you focused on the purest form of the energy of love, which is loving someone despite their flaws, but when it is needed, letting them go and having, you know, that empathy in your heart to understand that the soul is on their own journey, and probably right now is not the right time to connect and to make the relationship work, because love is one thing, but making the relationship work is another. And unless this person works through their issues and goes through this transformative time successfully, I don't think that they're going to be ready to give you what you deserve, actually, okay? And you need not take it, is what I'm trying to say. Let's look at the future intentions, given that we have these energies at the present moment, at the current moment, with your person, Pile 1. So what is your future looking at? What are you looking at in your future, either with this connection or with something else, whatever you need to know about the future, the near future. And again, like I said, near future is a time frame of 3 months, 6 months, maybe even a year. So let's see, we have the Magician. Okay, So what's your future looking like, pile 1, in the near future? What should you know, either regarding this connection or whatever else that might be pertinent for you to know? We have the 4 of Wands, okay. So there's definitely happiness in your future, pile 1. Again, I'm going to draw more cards and see if this relationship is going to make a comeback. But it looks like it could for all of you, or I mean, most of you watching this reading. It's possible. And the Magician card is all about, like, you know, Spirit saying that you have the tools to manifest love, to manifest like a beautiful relationship in which you have more things to celebrate and something that feels like a solid foundation. Now, again, it will be different for all of you watching this reading, depending on whether you're wanting to manifest this person back or not. But I'm going to tell you now, even with the Page of Cups, look at that, that it is possible. So it's looking like this person, you know, for those of you that are wanting to manifest this connection in the future and wanting to bring this person back, it's possible that they come back in the future, like that transformed self is what I'm getting, and be able to communicate with you with a more like honest place and be more verbal about their feelings, if they were not in the past, and just like an honest open conversation of somebody that's speaking from their heart. The pages can represent this energy. If not, if that is not the case and this person doesn't make a comeback, then know that you are attracting a possible, like, you know, love connection, different love connection in your future. But what's interesting is that, you know, success and love, look at that, victory and success is in the cards for you, pile 1. Whether with this person or not, that remains to be seen. And unfortunately, I'm not getting like a clear answer. I'm getting like both those scenarios are possible. Bottom of the deck, we have the World's energy, and yeah, the world can represent like closing off certain cycles. So more and more, you know, it's possible like this would be some other connection. But for some of you, it could be also closing off a cycle with this person. Like a pattern of behavior, the way they connected with you, that has to end first. And for that, they need to have worked through that transformation in a very successful way and completed that process and be more at peace, be more at balance, be more honest with themselves, okay? Be more in alignment to the energy of love is what I feel. So for now, I would say the advice for you would be to let go of this, whatever is happening between the two of you, and keep the door open if this person comes back and if that is what you're wanting to see. But if not, if you find yourself moving away from it, know that with the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, success and love, and finding someone who is far more open, honest, ready for love, I feel like you are going to encounter that person in your life. And more likely than not, it looks like with the Page of Cups energy, it looks like, you know, this person will be the one making those proactive like steps to advance towards you and into your life, okay? But yeah, with the World energy, something needs to be let go, something needs to be closed off, either within this connection or just in general. Even for you, like I said, if this was something that was very intensely felt by you two, it's possible that this relationship has taught you a lot of lessons, and pay attention to that, because it's going to make you much more capable and much more powerful now to manifest true love into your life, okay? So I am going to leave your reading here. As I said, I'm going to keep them relatively short today. I'm a little short on time, but I sincerely hope that this reading was helpful, that it was insightful. If you find that, you know, this reading did help you in any way, big or small, consider leaving a like to this video, letting me know in the comment section, if you will, how this reading resonated with you, what your story was, if you're willing to share, and also consider subscribing to stay back for more future readings to come. Thank you so much again for being here, pile 1. I will see you hopefully in my next video. Bye. Hi Pal 2, so this is for those of you that resonated with the Black Obsidian Crystal and this card, the Chariot. We are going to see how this card fits into the rest of your reading. But yeah, we are going to be looking into whether you are on your person's mind as much as they are on your mind. Do they think about you? Do they wonder about the feelings, the connections that they have with you? So I'm going to start by drawing 3 cards to begin this reading, and then we are going to draw some oracle cards and also look at the future with you guys in love. And it could be, with this person or just in general, whatever it is, like for your future, the information that Spirit wants you to know and something that you must know. We are going to take a peek into that as well. So I'm going to keep today's reading relatively short. If you have watched my readings before, you're starting with the 2 of Earth, which is the 2 of Pentacles. So if you've seen my readings before, I typically take a lot of time with my readings, but today I'm just very short on time here, so I hope you do not mind that. But rest assured that it still will be something that does bring you the answer. So 3 cards first to begin with, to look into whether you are on their mind at this time as much as they are on your mind. Then we have the King of Cups, the King of Water. Okay. Already I'm feeling like this is a yes, but I'm gonna hold my tongue. See what else comes up. What is, or are you on their mind? How to, as much as they are on your mind. And we have the 8 of Water. Okay. So I'm going to say the answer is yes, but, okay, there is a but here. Then underneath the deck, we have the 10 of Fire, which is the 10 of Wands. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say yes, and the reason why I'm saying yes is because we have the King of Cups, okay? The King of Cups is the energy of someone that is very much, these are mature, developed emotions. So I'm also, fairly certain that this person is in love with you, okay? This is a very deep emotional connection and very deep emotional feelings towards something, okay? But with the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, especially being the bottom of the deck energy, I feel like at this time, something about your relationship, about this connection, kind of makes your person feel like they need to walk away from it, okay? The 8 of Cups is the energy of, leaving something behind that no longer fulfills us emotionally, okay? No longer serves its purpose, no longer feels like it's right for us. We also have the 2 of Pentacles energy, so this possibly could be a third-party situation where your person is confused between you and some other person, which would also explain the 10 of Wands, which is, at this time feeling very burdened, very overwhelmed, and just not knowing the direction to take or what steps to take next in order to advance in this relationship. Now, if this is not a third-party situation, 2 of Pentacles can just talk about the confusion that this person has about whether they want to continue and invest the energy into this connection or not. So they seem to be at a place of this confusion and having to choose or decide over something. And at this point of time, I feel like this person hasn't made that decision because the 2 of Pentacles is their present energy. The confusion is right now in this moment. But even I feel like arriving at this decision is kind of like a difficult thing for this person, okay? Well, seemingly very taxing on their energy, something that makes them feel again like overwhelmed, and literally not knowing what to do. Okay, I'm also noticing that there's Ace of Cups, which is the Ace of Water, so again emotions. But look at that, we also have this Two of Air, which is very similar, if not exactly the same as Two of Pentacles. Mental confusion. This person seems to be very confused despite feelings being present here at this point of time. So are you on their mind? Yes, definitely. There are a lot of emotions here. Okay, I'm noticing a lot of emotions with that King of Cups energy. But one thing interesting about this King of Cups is, the shell, or the fish actually that it's holding or trying to hold. It's not really like grabbing, or it's not really holding, or he's not really holding the fish. I don't know why I was calling the king it. But he's not really grabbing it, and he's not really like making the fish his own, but something that he really looks at very lovingly, paying attention to that. So definitely like there are some very deep emotions, but this person seems to be very confused and conflicted over the details, and that will be different, of course, for the two of you, and each one of you. I mean, watching this reading, it will be very different. I want to clarify the Eight of Cups energy. So, okay, we have the Six of Water. So I feel like at this time, definitely the Six of Water, Six of Cups, a lot of thinking, a lot of reminiscing, nostalgic memories, and I feel like they're finding it very difficult to let go of you, move on from you, because there are some good memories there that really keep coming back to them, I feel like. So the thoughts are there, the feelings are there, the nostalgia is there. And I want to clarify some more. So one more card to clarify the Eight of Cups energy. Why is the Eight of Cups energy here? We have the King of Fire. So again, unfortunately, it's like a vague answer, but I feel like this person, does feel attracted to you, does feel passionate towards you, has a lot of love and has a lot of like desire to move towards you. But there's something in this situation that is making them feel like they need to give up and move on from it. Even though we have that Eight of Cups, that is like the energy of moving on, I don't feel like this person has moved on at all. I want to clarify the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, the Two of Air. Why are they present here? What is the confusion about? What is the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Air? We have Death with Transformation. Okay, so I feel like personally, this death could literally represent the death of the relationship ending, things ending between the two of you. And perhaps there's something about that ending and the reasons why it ended, or the way that the ending kind of happened between the two of you, which is especially making this person very confused as to whether pick it up and invest the energy into this connection again, or feeling this confusion of the Two of Air, which is the Two of Swords. And also I'm getting like for many of you, maybe you or even your person, or maybe both of you, are at this point of time undergoing some sort of a transformation, which is like, things where you think differently, and you process things differently. Your priorities change, and you want like different things, a different focus of both of you, or maybe your person's focus shifted because of them undergoing this transformation, okay, through this relationship. Whoops, look at that, this rolled off. This keeps rolling off. Maybe I should just get rid of it, but I like the golden pumpkin. Anyways, so it's just because of the transformation, I feel like, and things like really shifting within themselves. It's like they no longer, things that satisfied them maybe in the past, they no longer are working. There's maybe both of you are wanting different things out of this connection. That also could be the case. but that seems to be the major reason why they are confused and not in a place where they have made up their mind as to what to do next in this connection. So what else? What other energies are present here for pile 2? What is the energy in this connection with your person? What are they thinking of you? What is their state of mind? We have perception, yeah. So maybe like because of the transformation that is going on, they are now perceiving things differently, or maybe this is about, you know, differences in the way you guys perceive things. Maybe it's perception about the relationship, about the idea of love, maybe about the future. So differences, like I said, some differences in the way you guys are looking at things might have caused this ending, and it's making it difficult for this person to believe that it's a good time to come back. We have the soulmate energy, okay. Wow. So this must have been a really intense connection for the two of you. They feeling it, you feeling it. And soulmate connections, typically, they step into our lives to begin or instigate some kind of like transformation, soul transformation for us. So that energy is present between the two of you as well. Like this person is your soulmate. But regardless of that label, I want you to keep in mind that if this person is not coming towards you with the right energy, or they are unwilling to like do what it takes to make their relationship work, that label to that relationship is actually quite worthless, okay? But I'm interested to see how, this is also about perception and the third eye opening. So this is what I mean, like soul consciousness is elevated through these relationships. So it must be something that you're finding true for yourself as well. This relationship might have made you see things differently, or might have put you on your own journey of transformation by making you realize certain things about yourself, just about relationships, about the idea of love. So this is just, I feel like, a connection that is in a stage where that transformation is unfolding at this very moment of time, and it remains to be seen. You're going to get some cards about the future, of course. We're going to go into it in a second, but it seems to be like, something that happened to you or happened to them, or like, of course, the both of you, and through the learnings, you are changing and you're transforming now, and your soul consciousness is elevating. You're getting new perceptions and new ways to look at things, maybe some deeper understandings, and that is causing you guys to fall apart, okay? In the perception card, there's a butterfly in the corner as well, which has got to do with transformation. So definitely a very transformative time for your person, as well as it's possible that it is for you as well. We have instinct, okay. Instinct, this reminds me of the High Priestess energy, and it is all about our connection to our higher self and being guided in whatever direction that it wants us to take in. So I feel like this person at this point of time, through how they're handling the confusion that they're feeling with the Two of Swords energy and the Two of Pentacles energy, where they're unable to make up their mind, I think that this person is just going by their inner guidance and their instinct, just taking the road that feels easiest to them, like the road of least resistance, as they say, at this point of time, and just going by their instincts and not allowing or not basing their decisions, I feel like, on emotions or a lot of like analysis. They still seem to be hung up on your energy, still seems to be like thinking about the memories and the times that you shared with them. That all that is true, but I feel like their decisions and their actions at this time are very much based on like, what feels like the doable, the viable, the executable like path for themselves. So let's take a look into the future for you guys and what you need to know, maybe about this connection if that comes up, or maybe just in general. And when I say the future, I'm referring to, the short-term future, like say, think 3 months or 6 months from now, or maybe even a year maximum. So that's the intention with that word. And let's look at what you need to know this time. Starting with the Page of Swords. Okay. Lack of focus, I feel like, with your person, even though the emotions are there. I feel like, there is a energy where they are unable to focus on, and a specific outcome that they want to manifest and they want to happen between the two of you. If I interpret this card in the context of the connection, if this is like a general message for you and the rest of the cards will tell us in a second, this also applies to you. I feel like what you need to do at this time is really ask yourself, like, what do you want to happen in the area of love and relationships, or what you want to happen in this connection to be able to manifest it back. They again have the energy of death. And it, I can empathize with the fact that it's very difficult to have that clear understanding, clear focus, and clear thought process during the time of transformation. So definitely, it's challenging because there's a lot going on underneath the surface with the death. Death is literally like a shift, a massive, major shift in your own state of being, okay? Might be applicable to you, might be applicable to your person, but I feel like at this point of time, Spirit is showing us that both of you are needing to honor the transformation that you are being guided into, okay? We have a person that has literally died, or a part of them, how I look at it, is a part of us completely like vanishing and dying, and angels are guiding it to, or replacing that energy with something else. Something else is birthing. We have the Three of Wands. Okay. What do you need to know? About your future, either with this person. I feel like coming out of this transformation, you will be able to be in the place for both of you, or at least for you, I would say, to be able to like look optimistically ahead into the future, even though right now that might seem challenging. Then we have the Empress energy. Okay. So as I was saying, with the Three of Wands energy, you will be able to look into the future, look into your future, or even if you're wanting this person to come back, but being more in a state of balance, okay? There is an element of being grateful about the things that are actually working in your life, and wanting something else or something new to come in as an addition to everything that is already working out and going great for ourselves. That's the part of the Three of Wands energy. There's 3 wands, and this person just needs that one more wand to lay the foundation for a long-term future, if that makes sense. The 4 pillars that are typically as a support for something to build on top of it. So bringing in that 4th wand, which might be, a love connection, either with this person or maybe someone else in your future, you will be able to get to that place, definitely. With the Empress energy, again, I feel like this is your energy, and this is, a very powerful energy in the sense that the Empress is capable of birthing and creating into existence whatever the Empress truly desires. So this is a very potent, look at it as like having a very fertile sand or soil, sorry, not sand, very fertile soil at your disposal, and it's about, making that choice of what kind of seed you want to plant in in that soil, and for allowing it to grow through nurture and through care, which is also the part of Empress energy. So I feel like Spirit is showing us that this choice remains with you, pile 2. Okay, you will be able to decide and choose what you want to do next when it comes to either this connection or maybe just in general your future, and you will be able to manifest that. But right now, with the Page of Swords, there's clearly a lack of focus with you guys or with your person, or maybe this is, most probably this is talking about both of you. So anyways, I'm going to leave your reading here, pile 2. I hope that this was insightful, and I hope that this was helpful. If this reading helped you in any way, big or small, please consider leaving a like to this video, commenting on this video, telling me what your story is, if you're willing to share, and how this resonated and helped you, and consider subscribing and staying back for more future readings to come. Thank you so much again for your presence here today, and I will see you guys hopefully in my next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose the grape agate crystal with the Empress card, this is your reading. Welcome. We are going to look into how this card fits with the rest of the messages that come up for you. Sometimes that happens, but sometimes that is not the case. We'll have to see how that pans out. But we are looking into the question, or attempting to get an answer to the question of whether they think of you as much as you think of them, whether you are on their mind at this time or not. And to start the reading, I'm going to get 3 cards, and we're going to draw more cards if needed to get a sense of, basically the question of whether they think of you or not. And then we're going to go into the oracle messages to understand the energy a little bit better. And to close off this reading, I'm also going to look at the future. Now, the future could be with this person, or it could be just your romantic future, the things that you should be aware of. So we have the 7 of Fire, which is the 7 of Wands. It's possible that this person is very defensive at this time, very protective of their own energy, kind of, thinking about preserving their energy and not really like investing so much. This could also be a card where they have blocked you, they have, not allowing as much access to themselves. So it could be somebody like abandoning the connection, and just not coming forth that much with their energy. Then we have the 5 of Wands, which is the 5 of Fire in this tarot deck. A lot of conflict in their minds. Could also be talking about the conflict between the two of you in this connection. Could be talking about conflicting like situations around this. So this card jumped off, we wouldn't take it. Then we have the 3 of Wands. Okay. So at this time, I feel like this person, when they think of you, I feel like it's a very conflicting thing for them. They are unable to like make a clear decision. They are unable to like discern how they truly feel about the situation. But mostly with the 7 of Wands energy and the 3 of Wands energy, I feel like this person is focusing on moving forward and moving away from this connection. Now, I understand that this might be an uncomfortable, unpleasant message for you hear for the most of you that are watching this reading, and I do empathize with that, okay? But I don't control the messages, and I would rather tell you what I see, and rather than, telling you something that's wrong but very pleasant to hear. It would be pointless for me like doing these readings and for you watching it. So with the 3 of Wands, I feel like this person's energy is more future focused, but with their mind, the state of mind that they're in right now, okay, I see a lot of conflict. Excuse me. I see a lot of conflict, like there's no clear focus, a lot of confusion. Their energy is not so grounded, not so centered, not in balance, so to speak. So despite like making these efforts to move on, I don't think that this person is really doing a great job of planning out the next steps, even if at this time they're acting very selfishly and wanting to protect their energy and whatnot, keeping you blocked, keeping you away from them, and just focusing on like, what's going to come next. But even so, I don't feel like this person's mind energy is equipped to handle that. They might not be doing a very great job of it in their own lives, that is, whether you're aware of that or no. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands energy. Okay. So the Queen of Wands, I feel like, is talking about how they see you, how they view your energy, their perspective on it. And the Queen of Wands very much, has an element that, or I must say the Empress's energy has an element of the Queen of Wands, in which like it's a very super attractive energy, attractive to potential partners, romantic connections, and within romantic connections, like it can really stand out. So I feel like they have this vision, whether you have like clearly told them of this or not, but they feel like you have moved on and moved on really well from this connection, and that you're doing awesome in your life. I feel like there's an element of attraction there, of course, but also admiration in the way that you handle yourself, you handle the relationship, and also the breakup. Because to me, this is talking, or this is more or less feeling like the energy of a connection in which things are not in the present moment, like things are not happening, things are not moving, because this person is coming across as soul blocked. So again, as I said, like, I'm sorry if this is a difficult message to hear, but I feel like this person, I almost want to say like they're not deserving of your attention, because especially if they're acting from the place of that Seven of Wands energy, and they have in fact cut you off. Okay. Lot of conflict in this person's mind when it comes to love and relationships, and especially this relationship. So I don't think they would be at that decisive point, but I still feel like there is an appreciation in their heart for your energy and an admiration, like I said. Even with the Empress card, the card that you chose, excuse me, the card that you chose for your pal selection, that in itself is a very attractive energy. So somebody that effortlessly does attract potential partners, like I said, in relationships. So they could have even been intimidated by you, is what I feel. And just not knowing, I feel like this person did not know how to handle this relationship. Okay. Very undeserving, I'm sorry to say. Then we have the energy of balance. Okay, so like I said, things might be off balance here within themselves, but also in the connection. I feel like one of you gave this connection way more than the other person was investing in terms of their energy. That could have been the imbalance. It could be talking about the imbalance within themselves that they feel at this time. And the Queen of Wands and the Empress, like they are, the energies which is, I feel, is representative of you. But this is, someone who really puts their heart and soul into whatever that they are wanting to manifest in their lives. So I feel like your passion might be something that intimidated this person, because the Queen of Wands can be pretty intimidating in one sense, and also the Empress. But this person, I feel like, couldn't meet you at your level, and your level is way above their level or their capacity to conduct themselves in relationships and in love. Okay, what else? What is the other energy? We have wisdom. There must have been a difference, I feel like, in the wisdom that you both brought to the table in this relationship. I feel like your person is much less wiser when it comes to matters of the heart again, about relationship. But a difference in wisdom is one of the key issues, one of the energies that has influenced how this connection has panned out and worked out, and the way, the stage that it has reached. But it could also be that this person is in the process of becoming more wiser when it comes to matters of the heart, and especially if they're blocking you, and if they're not letting you in as much as you deserve to be let in, or how it should be ideally in romantic connections. Then this person has a lot of work to do on themselves, and to become much more wiser about everything when it comes to love and relationship. Look at that insecurity. Yeah, riddled with insecurity. I kind of feel like, this person, like I said, I all the more feel now that they might have been, someone who really got intimidated by your energy and what you brought to the table, and it's their own insecurities about themselves that kind of keep them really blocked and really closed off. I noticed that this person is being affected by the devil, and the devil can talk about our subconscious processes, all our insecurities, our fears, our doubts. So kind of their deep-seated shadow self, and coming from that. And I feel like, this person's heart chakra is greatly impacted by these insecurities, and therefore, their ability to be open and available for connections. So, personally, what I think is it would be best if you moved on from this connection as well, is what I'm feeling, just looking at the energy. Because certainly this person, I feel like, as I said, they're not necessarily bad, but this person has a long way to go before they become deserving of your energy. So let's look at the other things. What else is present here? What other energies are present in this connection? We have surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Look at that spirit message. I feel like for you as well, to surrender this connection at this time. Okay. Again, I do understand that for some of you that this might be, something that recently happened. It can be difficult, painful to deal with, but you know what? If somebody's not treating you right, they are not worth your time. And yes, you can understand and empathize with, their issues and their blockages, but it doesn't mean that you have to sit there and take it, right? It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. So again, surrendering to what is happening right now, surrendering this connection, and have faith, that you will be guided, that life is guiding you, I feel like, towards something better, something that is more worthy of your time and your energy, pile 3. But all you need to do is have that shift of perspective of how you look at this experience, no matter how painful it has been. And it says, beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are the qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So there might be some projecting going on here. There also could be another concept that goes hand in hand with that is romanticizing, and maybe there were certain things about this connection and about your person, this relationship, that were really working and were really attractive about them, but the core of their energetic investment and being able to carry forth this connection, that is missing. So think about all the things that you liked in the other person, and know and understand that you are looking to imbibe those qualities and bring them to within you, or imbibe them within you. And also, like, if there is some judgment that is coming from you towards this person, then know that those are the things that you don't like in yourself, like something to consider and something to think about. So I feel like both of you are gaining a lot of wisdom through this connection and through the experience that you have. But at this time, I feel like really not worthy of your time. Pile 3. Much better things around the corner for you. So let's go into your future, and just a heads up about the time frame. When I speak about the future, I'm talking about a time frame of 3 months to 6 months and possibly a year, but mostly like 3 to 6 months. So what's coming up for you? What should you be aware of? And whatever message Spirit wants you to understand in this relationship. Let's see. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay. What is the future for pile 3 in the coming months? We have 8 of Cups, okay. What is the future? What should pile 3 be aware of? I feel like what Spirit is trying to show us is that the first thing that needs to happen, really, then we have the Sun. Yeah, so a lot of happiness, fulfillment is in your future when it comes to love and relationships, pile 1, but that would depend on your ability to successfully let this connection go, recognize that it wasn't really working out for you, it was not an emotionally fulfilling situation, and I feel like you will be able to find your fire, your drive once again. Okay, but that chapter, this previous chapter, needs to close and something needs to be let go of. But I feel like with the Knight of Wands and the Sun energy, I'm getting the sense that most of you, if not all of you, and again, depending on, how recent this connection was or the ending was, or whether it has possibly like not ended for some of you and you're still in the process of realizing certain things about this relationship. It depends on that, like how you feel at this point of time. But I feel like most of you have found your mojo back and you're still optimistic and you're still enthusiastic, which is really great to see. And if not, know that that's how you're going to feel once you are able to walk away from what's unfolding or from this person after the experience. Then we have the Justice energy. I feel like you would be rewarded in a way for carrying out this 8 of Cups or for walking away from this connection. Look at that bottom of the deck. We have the 6 of Wands. So success in terms of your romantic future is a given, pile 3. I keep calling you pile 2. I wonder why. That is given. Maybe you resonated with pile 2 as well and wanted to watch that reading. If you did, I would highly recommend you go watch it. It is a similar, if not the exact same energy. But justice, this is, like justice will be done. You will be given your reward. Like I said, you will emerge victorious, feeling great, feeling satisfied once you let go of this connection and everything from your past that was not really serving you and not keeping you in alignment with the energy of love, which is very much, in your future. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading here. I've intended to keep these relatively short today, and I hope you do not mind that. But sincerely hope that this reading was helpful and that it made sense, made you think about certain things that you were not thinking about probably. And I wish you all the luck. I know these messages can be difficult to take at times. But if this helped you in any way, big or small, consider leaving this video a like, commenting on this video. That's just how the platform that we are on right now, YouTube. That's how they work and support my channel and also the work that I do for you guys. And consider subscribing and staying back for more future readings to come. So thank you so much once again, Pile 3, for being here and sharing your energy with me today. And hopefully I will see you in my next reading. Take care. Bye.